for some years, and their agricultural production hasn't suffered as a result of that. Okay, so any questions or comments for Teneal? Yes, okay.
May I ask for clarification? Could we get one of the slides, please?
Yes.
It's solution number 4.
Solution 4?
Yes. And am I wrong? Am I seeing it wrong? Does it say G20? Produce for food yourself? Question mark on the briefcase.
Yes,
G20.
Yeah.
Okay. Could you explain the role of G20 in this case?
The role of G20?
Yes, please.
For those of you that don't know what G20 is, it's basically I don't know, I can't remember how often they meet, every 3 to 4 years, I believe.
I mean G20, is it from within the World Trade Organization or the financial G20?
That's the financial G20 that this slide is referring to. Because they had recommended basically this model where experts go out and tell farmers how to conduct development and how to develop sustainable systems where they can have a local food security. So that's kind of what this slide is referring to. That, no, you don't know how to do it. We have to go and help you. And it's this concept in development that Caitlin talked about a little bit, where we have this idea that we need to go and help, we need to go and do this for these people that are starving. Where agro-ecology recognizes that and sees that these farmers and these people that are living in these communities have had these ways of producing food for centuries. But somehow in the economic system, we don't see them as useful anymore. They're not backwards ways. These are ways that these people have produced food for a long time. So agro-ecology is about using the scientific knowledge, new scientific knowledge, and also sort of using experts with local people. So it's not saying that we don't want expert knowledge. It's saying that we need to be able to connect better, make better networks between these people. Does that answer your question?
Somewhat. Thank you.
Any other question?
In that slide, there's a picture of a guy wearing a gas mask. Can you tell us, can you explain that picture? Pink slime or something?
He's pouring I don't know if that was a fertilizer picture or it's chemicals. He's spraying chemicals on a crop. And I would assume that this picture is probably from a developed country, because in a lot of developing countries, they use the same chemicals, if not worse. They use a lot of chemicals in developing countries that are legal in Canada, that are legal in the United States. But they don't have training on using that type of equipment. So there are several cases where a lot of these people are becoming sterile. They are losing their respiratory system. They die a lot faster. There's children that have become blind. There's a documentary called Raising Resistance about soy crops in Paraguay. I really recommend you to watch it. And there's one boy in the film who they bathed in the local stream there, and he went blind because of the chemicals that were dumped on the shore, on the bank of the stream. So that's just one example of these powerful effects of chemicals.
I think there was somebody back in the back there. Yep.
I'm just curious, like, what's Canada doing about this? Are they taking any steps?
About agro-ecology or food sovereignty?
Yes.
It's not a national policy at all right now, no. Canada's agriculture development is very export-import focused. There's no food sovereignty inside as far as we can see. But there are lots of local organizations that are working towards these things. I would say even getting involved in a community garden would be part of being involved in food sovereignty. Just any action that you can take to get control of your food and your food system, and to sort of raise awareness about the state of the food system I think, yeah. But as far as policy, through the government, I would say if you're interested in going that route, write some letters to your MPs and to your politicians and get them at least aware that people are interested in these issues. It is something that we're, we should start doing more of.
All right. Well, thanks, Neil. Okay, on this issue of food sovereignty in Canada, I have to admit that there is a book out there called Food Sovereignty in Canada that I co-edited with 2 other people. But there is also a national movement across Canada that was strengthened a lot through a project called the People's Food Policy Project. And they developed a proposal for a national food and agricultural policy in Canada that is based on food sovereignty. So if you want to check out the website of Food Secure Canada, you'll get a lot of information. And there are communities across Canada that are actually deeply involved in food sovereignty. They just need to have more support, more government support, to be able to actually strengthen their work in developing a different food system. So I want to thank panelists today for their contribution to International Development Week. Let me tell you that, they're all in my class, but I didn't make this an assignment for them. I asked them if they were interested in speaking on a panel to essentially, celebrate International Development Week based on this idea of, are we making a difference or making a difference? How can we do that? So I really do want to thank them for doing this as volunteers. And I have no doubt that the issues that these students chose are among some of the most important, some of the most pressing issues in international development. First, the environment. That is, what kind of development is needed to ensure the well-being of the planet and those who live on this earth. Second, the need for gender justice. What kind of development can best ensure gender equity and the elimination of gender-based violence? And third, what kind of agricultural development model or models can best ensure that we actually succeed in feeding the world and cooling the planet? So please join me in thanking the panelists. Okay, I just have a couple of announcements before we go, okay? First, I'd like to invite you to return here tomorrow at 11:30 for lunch and the screening of an award-winning documentary. It's brand new, it comes out of England, and it's called Trashed, which I think is really appropriate that we look at a film like that because development, mainstream development, has primarily been about producing more and consuming more. So this film kind of tells us, well, what happens to the planet if we do that, if we continue to do that. So, so please come back tomorrow. And if you're interested in engaging in more discussion about other international development issues, consider seriously participating in the SCIC, in Saskatchewan Council, the Saskatchewan Council for International Cooperation's series called The Gathering of Global Minds. The next gathering of the Global Minds is entitled Voluntourism, Feel-Good Vacations or Sustainable Global Partnerships. That's a question mark again. And it will take place at the Artful Dodger on February the 20th at 7 o'clock. And then, on March the 20th, same place, same time, the theme will be, we'll essentially look at the Canadian International Development Agency's approach to international development. And then finally, on the 17th of April, it will look at online activism as a way to make a difference. So just keep your eyes out for those posters that are going to be announcing these upcoming events. And also, my final announcement is that Wednesday, February the 6th, there will be a lecture by Anne Livingston, and the title of the lecture is Can Civil Disobedience Ensure Healthcare Access for Drug Users? Now, healthcare access, of course, is a key element of international development. So although this is about an issue in Canada, I think you will probably find it quite interesting. And that's in the classroom building, room number 112 at 7:30. Okay? So, thank you very much to the people who helped organize the opening and also this panel. Thank you very much.